Hi, my name is Michelle Steele, and I'm owner and instructor for My Smart Hands Vermont. Welcome to Sign of the Week. This is a special edition for childcare providers, part 2. So in part 1, I mentioned that you may want to use this video either if you're a parent who is using sign language at home, but you're a working parent, so your child spends part of the day with a child care provider. You may want to give that child care provider this link so that they can work with the baby sign language with your child during the day, reinforce what you're already doing at home. Or you may want to use this video if you are yourself a child care provider. I have more and more child care providers asking me for help and for classes because more and more parents are asking for this service. And as a child care provider, obviously Baby Sign helps you communicate with your clients sooner. So in the last video, we learned a couple signs around with milk. We learned change diaper, help, and all done. And in this video, I'd like to give you a couple more to use around mealtime. So the first one for mealtime is eat. You have a flat O-shaped hand, and you just put it right to your mouth, eat. If you're right-handed, you'll do this sign with your right hand, and if you're left-handed, with your left. Whichever is your dominant hand is fine, and you want to use this when you're asking the kids if they'd like something to eat. Okay, and eventually they can use this to communicate to you that they want something, they're hungry. The second sign I'd like to show you this week is more. This is more. It's the same hand shape. You just bring them together right in front of you, more. And an important note about more is that more is kind of an abstract concept. Children don't always know what they're signing with more. They may just be signing I want. This may be a way for them to communicate that they're wanting something. So just know that, especially in the beginning with younger kids, when they're signing more, they may be trying to communicate that they want, they just want something. Maybe not more of what's right in front of them, but more something. When you learn some of the food signs, you can put these together to say more what? Do you want more cheese? Do you want more cereal? What do you want more of? So that can be helpful. Also, we talked in the last video about looking for sign approximation. Oftentimes for more, in the beginning you'll see kids signing something like this or some other version that isn't quite more, but just know that you might see something a little bit different at first. Remember, it's important to keep signing it the proper way, and they will eventually catch up to you and start signing the proper way as well. So more. And then two things great to use around mealtime to reinforce are please. Please, flat hand, right? Just makes a circle right on your chest. And thank you, right out from your chin. This one kind of looks like you're blowing a kiss. It's kind of a fun one. Thank you. So please and thank you. And please and thank you may vary a little bit from parent to parent, whether or not the kids are using these. Again, just like more, please and thank you are a little bit of an abstract concept for kids. Research shows that they don't really understand what please and thank you mean until around the age of 2, but parents often teach the words please and thank you before the age of 2 just to teach good manners, and they want their kids to be polite. So depending on the kid, depending on the family, you may or may not want to use these, but please and thank you are great ones to reinforce, especially around mealtime. But again, you can also, when you're working with toys or playing games, please and thank you are really important, so you can reinforce those. I like to reinforce this one too when, for positive reinforcement, when the child does something I like to see that I want them to do. Oh, thank you. That was really nice. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for putting that away where it should go. And then the last tip I'd like to leave the child care providers with today, which I mentioned in the last video, is to really be consistent. It's more important to pick 2 or 3 or 4 signs and sign those all the time every day than to try and do 10 or 12 signs and sign them on and off throughout the day. You want to pick signs to work on and be really consistent. You can certainly pick as many as you want. You're not going to overwhelm the children. You know, we've all heard of children who grew up bilingually or trilingually or even with 5 languages being spoken around them. They do fine. You're really not going to overwhelm the children with too many signs. It's really more for you. It's really important for you as the model to be very consistent. So pick a few signs to start, be really consistent all day, and then once you've seen the kids starting to sign back to you, you can add more and more and more. So good luck with that, and come back for part 3. We're going to learn how to sign Brown Bear, Brown Bear.